Hello everybody, how we doing today? Welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. Hello. Happy Monday. Good to have you. We're back with another week of some mining and some crafting. It's lovely to see y'all out here. How are we doing today? Hope y'all had a lovely weekend. Got a little bit of a late start to the stream today. Was just not feeling it this morning. Honestly, still not even fully sure what we're going to be doing on stream today. But you know, we're here. We're doing it. We're going to see how it goes, what happens, all that cool stuff. But hi, everybody. How we doing? May, what's going on? Jinxie, how we doing? Thank you so much for the 1,000 Pride biddies. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. Freebie, what's going on? Jordan, how we doing? Mika Snailer, what's going on? Hello, Waffle. Hi. Excalibur, how we doing? Good to have you. Potato People Amber, hello. Thank you for the biddies. Prophy Sloth with the 25 months, my dude. Thank you so very much. Yeah, we have brand new animated emotes over on the Twitch side for anybody who wants to check those ones out. Tikander, thank you for the 34 months. Lizosaurus with the 44 months. Finn with the 6 months. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that, y'all. Thank you. And Hayuka, thank you so much for becoming a member an hour before stream, even today. Oh, thank you so very much, everybody. How we doing? RK, what's going on? Welcome on in. Hopefully got some good vibes today.
Twitch told me to be here. What's up?
Yeah, thank you. Glad Twitch worked. Thank you, Lightmark. How we doing? And Matt, thank you for the 9 months, dude. Hope you're doing well today. Excellent choice. Just a little bop. Dude, the new emotes are so good. I know Oxy was saying they were struggling with them, but gosh, they turned out awesome. I am really happy with them. Caitlin, thank you for the 8 months. Matt, I'm hoping to be back on Misadventure soon. I promise I'll be there to hang out and fish with you. I'll promise. I've just been full send brain mode into hardcore world recently, but you know, I'll be there as soon as we get updated to that next version, which is supposed to be yesterday. I'm assuming something happened, but you know, I'll be back on Misadventures very soon. What's the plan for the day? Dude, I have no idea. That's a great question. I actually don't have a plan. We're just gonna kind of start building and see where it takes us and see where that goes. I just was like, I kind of want to stream today. But I don't really know what I wanted to do, and I didn't really want to do any stuff in the survival world. So we're just gonna kind of vibe and see where it all goes. We might jump around, we might do other blah blahs. I don't really know. We'll figure it out. We're gonna wing it. So click the like button for winging it. Yay! All the YouTube friends, I do appreciate it. Everybody, thank you so much for clicking the like button. Eggs, how we doing? What's up? Welcome on in. Flip it, we ball. Exactly, Sparrow. Exactly. Thank you for the level 2 hype train, y'all. I appreciate that. And Wimzella with the 10 months. Thank you so much. If he said on his stream he was sad he didn't get to meet up with you. Yeah, I was so bummed I couldn't go meet up with them. I talked with the hermits because they were here for the gamers outreach stuff, and they weren't too far from where I live, so I was hoping to go bug them when they were doing the actual charity live stream event. But there was a little bit of miscommunication during all of it, so I ended up not working out. And they were crazy busy during all that, so it just was fine. And then I know they hung out in Washington for another 4 or 5 days afterwards. And I was gonna try and go hang out with them, but then they were a multiple hour drive away from my house to get there. And I had a sponsor thing to do every single day of the week last week, and I was just like, I can't find 5 hours to go sit in a car to say hi to some people. So it was a bit of a bummer that I couldn't go hang out with them. I was really looking forward to it, but yeah, hopefully there's another excuse to in the future. At some point in time we'll be able to come across and say hello to all of them, because it's nice to be able to meet them all at like Twitch cons and like Minecraft, the Minecraft movie premiere, like that was all super fun, but there's always so many things going on that you don't really get to sit down and actually chat with people. It's more just like, oh my god, hi, it's good to see you. Oh, over here something else. So it would be nice to actually sit down and actually hang out and get to know the people a little bit more. So one day. Sweetie Danny, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate that. Thank you. Chat, how we feeling today? Hopefully chat's good vibes. A little laggy though. Hello. We are currently in Papyrus. That is where we currently are. All of this has been done, and I think I showed y'all this last time. Would you ever add a treetop elven village? I don't know if I do like a treetop elven village, but I've kind of thought about doing some elven stuff recently. Honestly, I'm really kind of getting inspired to go work in the Schnur. Kind of thinking it could be Schnur build time. So yeah, I just kind of did the thumbnail here because this is the latest creative planning stuff that we've done. Can you do a fishing village in the great new Papyrus? We kind of got a little fishing village right over there. They got a bunch of their little skiffs for going. That's more for going up and down the riverways, but I mean, that's kind of a little village by the water. I additioned the part of the nitwit that dated Stifler's mom, but I didn't get it. It's okay. You're just too smart. I forgot that we came through and did all this. I really like how this turned out. Let's just start here. I was testing out a few things, so you can kind of start just by running some of this stuff along. I really like the idea of using this as like a barrier between what's the beach area versus what's actually in the desert. Just like a lot of the salty sea air is allowed for some plants to grow. We'll see. Not feeling the best today. Kind of shaky and lots of anxiety. Can't tell what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. It sucks when that happens and you're like, I don't know why. I just know that I am anxious and I don't know why, and I need to figure out like something to manage it, but it's hard. That's the worst. That's never fun. You're definitely not alone on feeling that sometimes. That's always a struggle. Frizia, Johan, I think. Thank you for the 4 months. I feel like your name, I say it different every single time. We'll see. Got to lock in on math. All good, Sam. All good. Enjoy your math. Go get all smart and stuff. My friends over on YouTube, click the like button if you haven't already. We got almost 600 people in here, and we're at 240 likes right now. So help me out. I do appreciate it.
Oh, many greetings.
Darica, so thank you so much for the 5 gift subs, my dude. Thank you. And Amy Lou, thank you for the 3 months. I'm gonna turn this music down just a touch. It's a little bumping. A little too bumping. Oh, dead bush. We need dry grass, not dead bush.
Oh, many greetings.
We'll kind of, yeah, we're here. Might as well.
Oh, many greetings.
I feel like just this little bit here is actually going to help add a lot. We need to finish extending it down and seeing what's all that's going. Are you working on new Papyrus today? We're going to kind of jump around. I don't really know what we're doing. We're going to figure it out. We're doing it live, as they say. Quite literally, it's a live stream.
Had a few months away with an illness, but I'm glad to start catching streams again.
Hey, glad to hear that. Hopefully means you're feeling better, or at least on the mend, so that's awesome. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I think that looks nice. That looks good. I likes it. I likes it. I likes it. I likes it a lot. One sec. Discord pings. Oh, so many. It's okay. We're good now. Okay, but are you sure you're live? This might not be the best prediction of all times that you pre-recorded. Yeah, I actually knew exactly what y'all were gonna say in chat, so I already knew going in. So yeah, I'm actually probably taking a nap right now. I exceeded my 13 minutes of work for the day as a YouTuber, so I needed to go take a nap. So hope you all understand that this is pre-record. No. Build a bridge between the villages? No, I don't want a bridge over this. This is supposed to be a harbor for like big boats to be able to come in. We have a road that goes all the way around there and loops around, and then they can just take their little boats across back and forth as they wish. Kind of speaking of which, we could concrete. We could kind of do a little guy like that we have in there, except bring it coming out this way and create like another level sheltered harbor section right in here. I don't know how many boats we'd be able to park back here, but it could be kind of nice to have some. And like out to here, it just goes the 1.5 block up. I don't know. Because this could give us a way for like the boats to be able to slide from there right over to here. Because we don't really have a dock area yet. So we could just dig this down. Probably connect our water and coming a little bit farther back here.
Many greetings.
Jewel, thank you so much for the 15 gift subs, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had to double check on what that number said. I was like, no, not again.
Many greetings.
Yeah, we could take this back to like, ooh, actually, that's getting a little dangerously close to the road here.
Many greetings.
Maybe we do just have like a weird little wonk.
Many greetings.
Like a so. So we need
Many
We're
greetings.
gonna go with our red concrete for now and just use this as like a. I guess we said it'd be going to here, so that would still be coming out this way.
Many
so that
greetings.
would be. Yeah, that's fine. We just need a place for like 3 or 4 boats, probably. Just some little guys. Show that they have a spot to go.
Many greetings.
Thank you so very much for the gift subs, though, Joe. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So then we can just. Oh, jeez.
Many greetings. Many greetings.
Okay, we will go to there. And that'll be fine for now. That's gonna be where our floor goes. Wait a minute, I wasn't tabbed
many
in.
greetings.
Oh, no!
Many greetings.
And we're gonna go with here stack, and then that's just gonna send ourselves straight to there. Yeah, look at us doing things.
Many greetings.
Easy.
Many greetings.
We'll just take that down to here for now, and then yeah, that'll be fine.
Many
I don't know.
greetings.
We probably won't actually finish this thing. I just kind of want to get the idea of it spaced in here. I think that could work for a nice little secondary one.
Many greetings.
Is this a mod? Yeah, it's called Axiom. It helps a lot with building.
Pleased to meet you.
Susie, thank you so much for coming. Remember, appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today. This goes to here. Okay, cool. We'll probably put like, I'm assuming this will come into like here, and then this will be like a building or something. Sweet, that'll do. Yeah, because then we can do that, and then we could just send these like 4 blocks all the way over. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. Because these guys aren't too wide. They're only like 5 blocks wide, so it's pretty easy to find space for them. And I'd love to have like 3 of them docked in here if we could. I just have the slab above. That'll be fine. We'll just do the same idea. So if we go like here along the back, and then do that along here too, and then we'll just figure out a way to have like a walkway coming up. How long are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so they're 12 long. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we definitely can't have them going that way. That's a bit of a bummer. Maybe we just have this be like an open dock. We just have it wrapping around this side, so there could be 2 in here next to each other. That could work. Silly Dog, thanks so much for becoming a supporter, my dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll do something like that, and then they can just free park in here. You should have a street full of shopping stands. I want to work on that. I want to work on that type of stuff soon. Hey, fWhip, any tips for networking with other YouTubers? Good ways. I like connecting with friends who are already in the space is good. I mean, obviously that's kind of because like a lot of the connections you're gonna make are through other people that you know. YouTube is very much the game of, do you know people? If yes, your chance of meeting more people is going to go up drastically because they're your friends that you know are going to introduce you to other people. So that's just unfortunately a very, very big part of YouTube. So yeah, I would very much say on like the keeping your existing relationships alive is very, very important for networking. And then being able to use that to help build new relationships. Any way that you network IRL is how you also network on YouTube. Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot to try and slide in somebody's DMs and hope that they respond. Other times you gotta like work off of people that you know who might know them, and don't just like, but never befriend somebody with the intention of saying, you know what, I'm gonna go and befriend Gem because she's friends with Mumbo and Green and I want to know them. So like don't like use somebody to get to know somebody else, you know? Like if that's gonna come off as really shady, and a lot of people are gonna see that at surface level. So yeah, just I don't know, any normal networking tips, they all apply. It's just, it is very hard to meet people on the internet, especially YouTubers, unfortunately, in the modern day and age, because of how much that we all get spammed constantly from anything and everything. That if you are a YouTuber with any decent audience size, honestly, I would say if you're a YouTuber with over even a few hundred subscribers, like your DMs should be completely locked down for your own safety, because holy heck, there are some messages that I used to get before I completely locked my DMs down to only friends only, and even friend requests can only come from friends of friends for me, because it was just like, it was getting awful. I tried leaving my DMs open so that if people actually needed help with something, they could have somebody to reach out to, and then I was getting put in a very worse position myself. So I was like, I need to close this all down. I was happy to be there to help out the few people that I did have the opportunity to help out with that seriously did need somebody to just chat with for a moment, and then they'd be okay. But after that, I was like, too many other things came up, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Feel sorry for me? I mean, don't feel. It's an unfortunate part of the job that I have. It's one of those things that comes along with it. So I appreciate the feeling sorry, but it's a known factor about getting into the job now. Not that people should abuse content creators like they currently do, but it is a known factor of doing it as a job. I don't know if I showed you all that I designed this one. I kind of like how it turned out. I really like that it stacks up against this other one. I think on its own it was a little weak, but it worked out. Do you have any intention of building a palace in Papyrus? A traditional palace? No, not really. Probably not. I love that building. Thank you. I thought it turned out pretty cool. I found some art on Pinterest that I kind of was inspired off of it. Can mob spawn on the roofs that are flat? Yeah, we're going to need to come along and spawn proof these sections probably. Everything else, like along these, like I've hidden some glow lichen around or light sources, so they're all safe. Like that spawn proofs it. I did uninstall mini HUD though. I think mini HUD was actually what was causing the weird memory leak. I've installed it, uninstalled it this morning.
I've been watching since the 1.14 building with fWhip. You and Gem have helped me so Mick through dark times, and I'm so happy to finally be able to catch a stream and become a member.
Hey Susie, thank you so very much, and glad to hear that. Hopefully means you're on the better end of all of it. So happy to be there to help you along your journey and Glad to hear things are going good. But yeah, the memory leak issue I brought up on Friday's stream, where my Minecraft instance just been like freezing after I play for like an hour. I've had it open for like 3 or 4 hours this morning, and it's been fine. And the only thing I removed was mini HUD. I tried removing a bunch of other mods and it didn't make a difference. So I'm slowly going through my mod list one mod at a time right now to see if I also removed Better Clouds. Those are the 2 that I removed for this round, and then the libraries that are needed for Better Clouds. So I'm kind of hoping it's not Better Clouds, and I'm also hoping it's not Mini HUD, but it seems to be one of the 2. Somehow the endstone works well where you've incorporated. Yeah, it kind of gives like a little yellowy texture, which is kind of fun. I think it works out well enough for like a weird highlighted sandstone. There's a Mini HUD update for 121.5. There is. Sakura Ryoko on GitHub is actively updating Mini HUD, or not just Mini HUD, but like Mini HUD, Litematica, and the Madlib library, and all of the mods that come along with that bank. They've been actively updating those on behalf of the mod developer who kind of discontinued the project. Maybe you could design the walls of New Papyrus today. I don't know if I want to do walls in here yet, so I'm kind of leaving them just as is for now. Actually, I guess that's where you would stop, and then you would come into here. Yeah, I'm not too sure yet if we're going to do the walls. I'm just kind of putting them there as like this is the limits of where I want the city to go to. So we'll see. Can I just do this? Is this going to grab everything else? Hopefully not. It did. But you know, honestly, I need to do sandstone and all that anyway, so it's fine. On these ends, I did... Yeah, okay, I was like... I'm trying to remember how I did all this. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I had something different for where it would all come together. How to get inspiration for buildings? A lot of like what I'm looking at on time, like other media or TV shows or movies or something that I'm watching, are a good way to get ideas. More recently has been a lot of what other video games I'm playing. Speaking of which, I did start playing Dredge over the weekend, and it's so cozy and spooky, but cozy. I'm really, really excited. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm on a little bit of a Dredge kick right now. It's been fun. We're gonna do that just so I can have a separation in the lines. Are you building for a schematic? Yeah, this will be a schematic eventually. Papyrus is just kind of getting big expansions all over. Like, we've designed all of this needs to go in, all of that needs to go in. I still need to design those buildings. This over here, I'm just kind of goofing around right now. How many blocks across is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we could put 2 of the boats in here if I just clean that back, because that'll give us 11, and we could have 2 kind of offset. We could take one of those guys.
Pleased to meet you.
Honestly, I'm gonna actually make a blueprint of this one.
Haven't been here in a while. Hello.
Hi, hello. Jaws, thank you so much for the 35 months. Lovely to have you back. Welcome on in. Hope everything's going good. We got all of it. My flower pot. Control C, Control P, boat, New Papyrus, skiff, small, 1. You can't see this, I'm saving it real quick. Hacker mode. I got the flower pot, don't worry. I need to learn how to use all these creative side stuff. Dude, it helps so much. Because we could take that one, and we could also take this one, and then we could do this as number 2. That would come out to here. Whoop. I think I need to take that down one more. We'll do that. Control C, Control P. Boat. New Papyrus. Skiff. Small 2. You show your enchanting glint settings? Yeah.
fWhip. When do you plan on buying Amazon? Less than 3.
There you go. You can check it out if you like to. Stokes, thank you so much for the dono. You just keep donating like that and we'll work up to it, all right? I appreciate it. All right, you can pause the stream if you want to look through any more of that stuff. We actually need to take all of this down. Oh, geez, no, too much. Just to like there. Okay. And then we could take this and just extrude this guy coming all the way down. Extrude you all the way down. Need to get all the water sources fixed in here, but let's good old Axiom. And then this needs to get shrink. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just get this all fixed up back here too. And then we just need to... Is there an easy way to fix water sources in Axiom? I feel like that's something that I haven't really found a great way to do yet.
Cha-ching!
Susie, thank you so much for the 10 gift members. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the support. Give me a quick sec to sort out some water issues. That should be enough to get everything if we just send this all the way down here. Yeah, okay. And missed that corner. Be super easy to build back up. Super easy. Use the tool to fill with water. That's true. I could have done that. That's like what a smart person would do, probably. But I never claimed to be smart. Okay, blueprints. Boat. I do love how big these boats are, and then we just have these little tiny guys. No, actually not like that, please. Thank you. And then we're gonna rotate you. We're gonna move you over one more. Yeah, actually, I want this guy to be down this way. So he can be there. And we're gonna take the same one. And he's gonna be...
Papyrus.
Oh,
You've helped out so many people in your community, so I'm going to support you and the fans when I can. Heart hands emoji.
Pleased to meet
Susie,
you.
I really appreciate the support. Thank you. And so 25 months, my dude. I appreciate that. Can I do that here? I don't think so. No. Okay. We'll just slap it in there. Oh, I could do that there. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Now we got two more little boats. We'll get those. That looks kind of nice. I like that.
Cha-ching!
There's a turn to 10 gift members too. Thank you so very much, y'all. I really appreciate the support today. Yo, I gotta stream later in the day more often. It's donation time. Here's, thank you so much. My friends over on YouTube, click the like button if you have not already. It's absolutely free to do, and it helps out a ton as well. So I really, really appreciate any and all support. Thank you so very much, my friends. Can I ask how much time will you streaming? We'll probably stream for like 2 hours today, 2.5. I want to get outside and do a little yard work before it gets too chilly. So I'm gonna kind of stream until I look outside. I'm like, I gotta go do this GIF. This is looking pretty. Yeah, I like over here. This is fine. Is YouTube doing YouTube things again? It just went really laggy. Why? Why? YouTube, why? It said, oh my gosh, we just got 100 likes. Can't. We're too laggy. Yard work, yeah. I kind of enjoy doing yard work in the spring. I don't like doing yard work in the winter, but yard work in the spring, I'm down for. I enjoy it. World map got updated, by the way. Zeros world map, that is. What do you want to do? I've been kind of itching to get up here and start working some more. Mostly because this area that I'm working on for the next video. There's your spoiler. I want to start like branching it. I've been thinking like building in the snow recently sounds fun. So I'm kind of thinking about like finally pushing this back enough and starting the upper snow area. If audio's lagging a bit, just try refreshing. Is YouTube real glitching? If you can hear me, if you're in the YouTube chat, if you can all just type like, if you're lagging, refresh. I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna pull it up on my side. You might hear it. If you're lagging, refresh. I'd appreciate it. No, it looks fine on my side when I pull it up. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. When's your next hardcore video? Thursday. Please build in the snow. I'm thinking it'd be kind of fun. I don't have a full snow village, but I'm kind of wanting to do just like something. Honestly, I had the idea this morning of a fun like just project to do. Now that we have all these new foliage blocks
Papyrus.
under this tab, all of these thingies.
Farm in the basement of one of the houses for decoration. Smiley face emoji.
Yeah, Belly, I don't know if that would really fit here. You're welcome to do that in your Minecraft builds, but I don't know if that would really fit on a family-friendly Minecraft
so
channel.
Sorry if I spelt it wrong.
And Susie, thank you so much for the dono. You're all good. All good. It's a Papyrus. So just a U instead of the last A. Did they make Optifine for 121.5 yet? I don't know. I haven't used Optifine since like 113. Oh, the random build idea I had this morning that I thought would be kind of cool. But yeah, Susie, thank you so much for the dono again. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the Nether Tree video comes out this Thursday. Anyways, video idea, that one that I keep trying to talk about and I keep forgetting. I kind of want to do a video where I just make a single build and then do it for each season. Like make a landscape and then just go through and do the landscape in like a springtime and then show the exact same thing transition to summertime and then show the exact same thing transition to like fall and then winter. I thought that, it just sounds like a fun build challenge for me. Like that sounds like a really fun build challenge. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but it sounds like a really fun build challenge. Also, thank y'all for the level 5 hype train. I really appreciate it. Serendipity Plays, how you doing today? Welcome on in. Sounds fun indeed. Yeah, I just like, it's one of those where I want to do it, but I also know that creative videos on my channel tend to not do that well views wise, so I'm like, I don't know if I will. You should make like make it a circle so the winter goes back into spring. Well, it'd be the same build, just like copied over 4 times. I feel like it could make a good standalone video, but I just don't know about like doing it in creative versus whatnot. How big you plan to make new Papyrus? Current plan is like this. But then I've realized, like, looking at here with like, okay, so you can see like that scale of it right there, right? That's bigger than Path. Actually, it's about the same size as Path, but Path I think has a lot more detail into it, just with like all the different like houses stacked up and everything. I don't know, but I guess you can't see this because it's underneath the tree, so we got all of this up here. But like the one block we're building that for the next Papyrus video is probably like all of this almost. But they're simpler builds. These are a lot more complex on the resources that go into them. How to seed your Minecraft to perfection. Exactly. I think it also has a lot for farmland out here. I mean, yeah, out here definitely knows farmland wise. I do want to expand the Papyrus farmlands because we have a lot of, like, we have the little bits here. We got like this big old stretch here. I've been wanting to I put this one randomly in over here. I really want to come along and start filling in more farmland along this river edge. I think it'd just be a cool project to do. Path seems to have more going on vertically, where Papyrus seems more spread out. Yeah, pretty much. This won't have it as massive height variation, but it's also that it's like on the slope and everything. Adam, I have no idea if it works on T-Launcher. You'd have to look over there. I don't know what T-Launcher is. You should make a desert quarry. That could be kind of cool. I've been thinking about, people were talking about this mountain last stream, and I've kind of attached the idea of like redoing it. Doing like a custom mountain over here. Could be kind of fun to do like a desert theme mountain. Or almost like taking one of the Mesa Plateaus back in here and bringing it out to be in the desert. Make an ancient city, and like a Minecraft ancient city, all sandstoned up and whatnot. I know I want to use like terracotta for landscaping in these spots. I'm just not too sure what I want to do quite yet. I want to say T-Launcher is a pirated version of Minecraft, but I could be mistaken. Oh yeah, I know nothing about pirated Minecraft stuff. I bought the game. I was able to spend $25 on it. Actually, I bought it for $10 way back in the day, but you know. Yeah, if you're looking for help on how to do something in a pirated version of Minecraft, you will not find help for that here. Make a city inside of an ancient city that is an ancient city. True. I don't know if that's so much sassy as it's just, I don't know. I feel like of all the video games out there, for how much gameplay you can get out of Minecraft, I feel like you could spend the dollary dues to purchase Minecraft. What do I want to do? I don't know, man. I feel like I've been really like, not like in like a big rut for what I want to do recently, but definitely on like a, not really sure where I want to go next type project in here. Like I got that one I'm working on. I don't know. I guess we just need to keep working on Papyrus over here. Get more details out and get it a little bit more alive and finished. Can do something. Carpet. A little light blue. A little cyan. Yeah, so I've been playing Dredge. The game is so fun. You're just a little tugboat and you're going around and you're just fishing and avoiding spooky sea monsters. It's awesome. I'm having a great time. I can definitely see why Jem was so hooked on it for a while. So that's been fun to do. Just been goofing around playing that for a little while. Okay, so we're gonna go with like just 2 little gardens in here. Which are just so cute. Yeah, I don't know how long the game is, but I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like it's probably a quick game to go through and finish the story, but if you want to like catch all the fish and everything, that probably is where a lot of longevity comes in. It's kind of a fancier house. They can maybe be growing little cactus flowery something or another's. Little torch flowers maybe in here. But the DLC adds so much. Ooh, really? Is the DLC worth? I haven't bought any of the DLCs yet, but I'm enjoying it enough right now that I would be very interested. I saw there. Actually, I think they're all 50% off right now. If that's still the case, I might buy them. The Dredge Complete Edition. View information. Yeah, they're all oh, if you buy the Complete Edition package, you don't get it cheaper. But if you go to the individual pages right now, you can get them all for 50% off, at least in the US. So I guess I'm gonna go through and check those out. I bought them all packed together. I loved it. Yeah, I bought it. It was 50% off on Steam over the weekend, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy it and see if I like it. I was like, I remember Jem was talking about how much she loved the game, so I wanted to check it out. Yeah.
Keep it real.
An idea for a new papyrus side industry. Small, shallow artificial lagoons for sea salt evaporation. Stacked in blocks and loaded onto carts or barges.
Okay, so I've been thinking about that, Dave. Thank you for the donut, though. I've been kind of thinking this place out here could be really cool to turn into some form of like sand area, because we can really flatten it down to the sea level, like a block above, and have a lot of big pools out here that are filled with water, or some that are dried up. And we can kind of just extend that all the way out on this peninsula. I don't know if that's like an accurate way of doing it, but I do like the idea of having salt and everything. I just not too sure how I want to show that it's like salt, you know, because some people do like they'll put like white concrete powder all over it, and to me that just looks a little too out of there. So I'm trying to figure out like what block palette would look good for it. We're working up here. So I have thought about that. I think that's a fun idea. I'm with ya. Let's go to the blue. Back here they can just have some bushy things going on. Oh, that's what we have up above. What do I want to do? The same leaf. That could work. And then over here, maybe they have a little cherry. And then they could do just like a little, like, I don't know, a darker one. Why not? A little spruce. Yeah.
Keep it real.
Idea for the possible desert mountain. You could always do a mix of mesa and desert by doing a mesa plateau that got covered by sand from the wind.
Yeah, I've kind of done a little bit of that. Sierra, thank you so much. I kind of have a little bit of that going on here. That was actual natural. That was just all red sand that I turned into regular sand. And I really love how it's like sweeping up the side. I think it's just such a cool generation. I kind of want to like keep that same. And I brought a lot of the sand like up into these places to look like it's sweeping up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking could be cool. Diorite, I feel like, I don't know. I feel the white, just the bright white that you get out of it is just like a little too much. I'm almost thinking like bone block could be good. Like, obviously the circle would be kind of rough, but you could mix in a lot. So it kind of gives that like off-white color, and also creates that like really, really, you know, some people are going to absolutely hate it because it looks like it has holes in everywhere. But we could do something like that. Have you done your skin by yourself? No, my skin was done by why am I blanking on their name? They're not an active skin artist anymore. They have not been taking commissions for a while, unfortunately. Dripstone? Ooh, yeah, dripstone could work. Yeah, Zombie needed it. Thank you, May. I was like, I know who it is, but I'm blanking on the name. Mix it with bamboo and sandstone and bone blocks would be nice. Pale oak. Pale oak could work. Potentially. Yeah, from far away, that actually looks kind of nice. Because we can have some sand like coming in from the sides as if it's... Maybe we start planning that stuff out today. I don't know. Sounds kind of fun. Let's finish up this little balcony first, though. Need something in here. What would they be doing down here? Probably just more... I don't know, maybe just an open space. Not beer. Something like that. Why not? Maybe lines of tapestries for laundry. I kind of want to keep it open because I really like that the lines that it has. So I feel like if we add anything floaty out here, it's gonna be a little weird. Yeah, we could just have a single table in the middle. Yeah, let's do what could be a good board game? Daylight sensor? Daylight sensor could kind of work like a board game. Like chessboard or something. Maybe they have like a little cut sandstone thing with a little whatever version of a chessboard on it. We'll keep with the bamboo. A little tall. I'd love to bring back the second channel. I've been so distracted with everything and anything else that it's just hard finding the time for it. Crafting table. Just don't like the saws on the side. Do that. And bamboo trapdoor kind of works, but then it matches the chairs, so. I don't know, we could kind of just do this. This could work. It's a little, maybe not. Maybe we just do, just have an open table. normal craft table. I don't like this, the sides of the normal craft table. It always takes me out of it. I can't see it as anything other than a craft table. Brain's tired at the moment. Wish I could suggest more. No worries. Or stairs blend too much on the floor. Yeah, probably. Just don't want it to stand out too much, you know. We're not even gonna see it from down here, so that's fine. What if we do a little like? Doesn't really add much. What if we change it to sign? What if we did like a little oak sign underneath? No, just under the big guy. Kind of nice. That's a little bit more detail. I want it to be more simple, but it needed a little something. Yeah. Maybe cafe vibes with potted plants. This isn't really a cafe. This is more supposed to be like a rich person's home, pretty much. Like this whole area here is like villas, like high class housing. So a little bit bigger than what we have over here, a little bit taller, a little bit of a baller, that type of vibe, you know. Still live at this hour. We started pretty late today, but Miss Galley, how you doing? Welcome on in. Click the like button on YouTube if y'all haven't yet. I do appreciate it. I don't know. So many mobs. We're not building any warships. Not like a traditional warship, but we have this that's kind of, I don't know, I like to build trade ships more so than like battleships. This thing is probably the closest we have to a warship in the world currently. And even at that, it's a little squat, a little small. No, I'm not planning to build a pyramid or a sphinx. I'm trying to stay away from a lot of like the stereotypical Egyptian Minecraft desert build ideas. I'm not thinking we could bring this out to like here-ish. Get another like city block of sorts out to this edge. And then we could do like a little guy that runs all the way across here. That puts us, I guess, a level lower. I don't know. I'm just throwing in a line for now. And then we could go with like a stack from here to here. I forgot that. Boop. That gives us a longer street section here that kind of breaks that all up, which could be kind of fun. So maybe no Royal Navy of Path then? No, I don't have space to build something that could support the construction of a Royal Navy. Leaf litter plus road equals fire. Yeah. Leaf litter is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how these little guys are turning out. I think they're pretty good. Oh yeah, I think I am. I think I do want to jump over here and work on, see what we can do outside of this area for those little salt things. Why not? Let's see what we can do. Let's go into here. We're gonna go just shrink this guy down, default, and there is clear foliage. Nope, that's spike generator. I don't like that it can't get cactus. I wish it could also get cactus. We're just gonna clear everything throughout here. I want to keep a very similar shape to what we have, so you just don't have to do much landscaping when it comes around to it, but see what we can do. Yeah, yeah. Looking great, thank you. It's been fun to build out here. It's been fun to kind of get back into doing something in this part of the world again. Okay, so I'm thinking we do like a raised walkway down the middle, and then we kind of have that, like, it looked like they kind of built it up. So first, let's flatten all of it. And that can be elevation, lower, tool mask. Y level is greater than or equal to 62. That should take us down to here. Perfect. And we're going to change our rate. We're just going to shrink all this down exactly to water level. Oh, no, I'm going a block. Oh, no, dang it. 63. Let me just smooth out this entire stretch. Take our radius back down. I want to keep this entire, like, this little connection point throughout. I think that's kind of fun. You'd even expand it and make it so that something that they could move one of our smaller boats through. So that could be kind of cool. How's your day going? It's going pretty good so far. Been a pretty chill day, so. I got a lot of recording done this morning for next week's hardcore video, which has been cool to be working on. And then outside of that, been not doing a whole lot, to be honest. I got a good workout in, pretty happy about that. And then not too much beyond that though. Actually, I guess I can just go extrude. That, bam. We're just gonna try and flatten this for a second. Okay. I don't do random shoutouts. Sorry, friend. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna give it a random shoutout. If you're just asking for somebody to say your name, then I do that for people if they leave an interesting comment or something that I want to talk about. Just thought of a great idea for another theme park using happy gas and a new leashing mechanic where there are piglins riding happy gas and boats leashed to them riding around minecart tracks. That'd be kind of fun. Make them look like they're from a Minecraft movie. Just shooting. They don't have explosives, but you know they'll have a. They'll have still crossbows that they can shoot you with. Okay. There we go. Build location prepped. Use pale oak planks, trapdoors, pressure plates, and buttons for salt patches. All pale oak? And then like have sand around it. Gosh, if only you could get a ton of suspicious sand. So you're saying do something like where you kind of just like create like a blah blah blah. I'm assuming trapdoors like up above and below. Use this to kind of like spread it out. You're saying something like that. It's not bad. I'm gonna get rid of this. I know 10 cinema experience. Maybe throwing some calcite and diorite blocks. Yeah, I'm thinking diorite definitely could help, and we could try some calcite. I do think bone actually is going to work. Like, I think the sand and then bone, like that's a pretty good one to get over from there. And then bone would go into probably that, and then we have our diorite. Like as the heart. And here we also have these to do some schmoothing and whatnot over. White wool is just too vibrant for me. It's too much. I tend to really not enjoy working with wool because it would probably land somewhere in like, just see how much cleaner that is. I tend to not work in too much wool into my builds. Yellow has a pinkish hue. That's kind of how it gets into that warmer tone for the there. Okay. We need to clear that. We're gonna go up to here. We're gonna go into our path tool. We're gonna go with, seeing as we use a lot of smooth sandstone out here, I can't really do that. So we're going to do purple. Flat. Let's go 2. Kind of want it all to be 2 blocks above. Okay, so then this one right here, we need to, well, all of these need to come up by 2. But this one and here, how do you, oh no, oopsies. Delete. How do you override radius? There we go. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, let's do this guy. Yeah. Looks like a decent road to get through here. that way. This guy can kind of move off that way a touch. You can kind of move into here. Yeah. It's got a good curve to it. Now we can just do a little bit right over in here that we can use to have it so it kind of merges back into everything. And then what I always like to do after this, because I don't really like using the slabs, is we're just going to go with block. Or I don't like using stairs, sorry. And we're just going to mask over stairs only, and then we're just going to paint all of our stairs with full blocks. What's this going to be? A salt area. And this is all slab, so we're going to come up here, and we are going to just shrink the entire section, because we don't need all of that as slabs. I try and Minecraftify it a little bit to make sure it works a little bit better. So if it's not the smoothest of smoothest, that's okay. Then like here we can go. Oh, sorry, bunny. Purple, and we'll just bring this all the way up to here. And kind of bring that back as if it's going down to the water level. What is the best mini project to make the world feel more alive, you know, and is repeatable? That thing I do for about 30 minutes of every single episode. It's the purple brick road, exactly. Now, if you're looking for something easy to do to make your world feel more alive, little village houses dotted around, little farms to go along with those village houses, I think would be good. Custom landscape areas, like a small creek running down from a mountain. Fixing up a little pond, adding a custom tree. Like, that's all stuff that'll really, really make you feel more into the world. Okay, so with this in here, I want to next grab our rock tool. And I want to go with just a little. All right, rock tool already only mass air, so. No. I think that's a little too, it's too big. Let's go with radius 1. And whatever's above our stuff that we already have in here, we'll just delete it after. Not too sure. We're gonna just see how this goes. We're gonna try this out. So my thought was here is that we kind of need to have some like custom stone work holding up where this road is going through. So we need to get a little bit of this raised up here so that this is all going to kind of be where like the carts would be moving, so they're more protected against the waterways. So unless the tide is really high, it's not causing issues for where they're trying to move carts throughout. That type of vibe, you know? So like everything would be harvested from these lower plateaus and brought back up here. So this would be like some sandstony something or another probably. And then we can like worry about some slabs or something as it's coming through. And like bleeding that out into these points a little bit better. I don't know. Does this seem to be something that would somewhat make sense? We'll have some like probably walkways that would bring you down and then back up, and we'll move it around. Cool. Okay. I will take cool. Like this will be largely sand, I'm assuming. It's basically a causeway. Yeah. Pretty much. That'd be the vibe. That's the word for it too. Definitely was in my brain. So this new papyrus, yeah, new papyrus is right over there, dude. Actually, that with the dried grass right in there looks really good. And we can even add some of that dotted around here because I was thinking we have kind of just sandy bits for around the pools. Is there a tool that I can use in here to? Actually, well, let's go with no, we'll mask cover that stuff later. Is there a tool that I can use to make some big circles? Like wonky looking circles. We could try this guy. Yeah, this could kind of work. Do just this a bunch of these times. We just need to go through and raise them all up by one. Yeah? I think we can make it work. Freehand. True, but you know, what if there's a machine that can wonky circle for me? And then I don't have to worry about getting the size perfect. I think this is working. What are the wonky circles for? Our salt plateaus. Actually, not that. Go here. Here. Trying to make a place where they can harvest salt. And we'll go through and clean all these up so that they're not having like the... Actually, you know, the tooth, it could kind of work. We could do some like slabbiness to it also. Yeah, who was it that came up with the salt pot today? Dave. Yeah, Dave has given an idea for the entire stream today. So big thanks to Dave. Click the like button for Dave, everybody. Dave would appreciate y'all clicking the like button, I'm sure. W Dave. Yeah, W Dave. Yeah, we can just take this one all the way out to here. Why not? I'm gonna leave these bigger spots that we have out here just so they can be some sort of a like kind of like just, I don't know, bigger blobs that they can somewhat stand on. Probably take this guy out to here, loop him around like this, and then that'll be... I think that could work. Andesite would probably also work for the salt. It's got the grimy look for it in a way. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll experiment around with a few ideas. I think we might even have some that are still like flooded. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But are the salt flats in Utah the inspo? I'm not specifically going off of them, but I do know what they look like in my brain. But I'd say this is more like salt flats of something that you'd see in India. Because more of a coastal salt flat vibe. And India is just the first one that popped in my head. I'm sure there's others. Okay, there's that. Up one. Up one. Up one. Up one. We'll do our inner line first, and then we'll go out and get those outer ones. I feel like the way to make this look good is that we really have to break up the general shapes of them in a way that just needs a little bit more time spent on it. So let's bring this guy out to here, and then he can work his way over to there. Yeah. So I think a big mistake could be having the salt place is too big. I think that would be a potential big miss opportunity. But also if they're too small and it looks like too much sandstone, it's just gonna look too noisy. So finding the balance here is gonna be the hard part, but I think we're onto a good scale. Let's do one more out here. That's just gonna kind of follow our little bit of the coastline. Yeah, I feel like that could be something that we can use. Miss Galley, thanks for hanging. You have going, all right? Go get some rest. Yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can work on this. Our yellow and purple salt flats. Carpets or snow layers? Snow layers would melt. We're in a desert. They would melt. Mermaid tail? Yeah, this is our mermaid fish tail. I guess. We are gonna need to bring this stuff all down into here. This needs to, for sure, throughout. This is probably going to be where we have the new river line. Or not even river line, but just something that kind of is. There we go. It's updating itself. Yay. Do that. I'll fill all that in. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work much better for a new river bit to come through. And then we can even chop off the edge of this guy. Salt processing center / warehouse across the river. I feel like going this way would not make sense because you'd be away from civilization. So if we want to do a salt processing thing, it would probably be like somewhere up here, would be my guess. But yeah, so we could probably eventually do like some salt processing station up in this area. Let's do a little annotation down there for it. Salt processing area. We'll just leave that there. Actually, I'm gonna move it and rotate it, and oh, I lost it. There we go. That way we can have text there that we can remember. But yeah, that actually, it kind of does look like fish skins, like fish scales as it's going. Kind of like it. Hey Hades, how we doing? We're trying for some salt flats, so I'm glad that you came in and were instantly like, ooh, are we going for salt flats? I just get a little bit of that. Just need to flatten it so we can start working back. This is cool. What is this? We're gonna try and make some salt flats out here in front of new Papyrus to give it like another form of an export. Not that salt exists in Minecraft, but we can do our best. What are we cooking today? Came in with absolutely zero plans today, and all we've done so far is create a giant project for me in the future. So yay, we're cooking this. This is what we're cooking up right now. And our whole pathway, thankfully, pretty cheap. It's just a lot of birch. A lot of birch inside a mushroom stem and strip birch log. So it's at least, that's gonna mask over all of the purple. Purple. So if we can go in here, let's go like this. Block. Purple slab, and we're gonna go with a birch slab, and we're just gonna paint. Get that guy out of the way. Okay, and then for this next one, we need to do just a noise brush, probably. Probably about what I've been doing so far. Where's noise brush? I always forget. There's gradient. There's noise painter. So noise brush, we want to have birch planks, birch stripped log on its, let's go with, make sure this is pointing the right way before I do it. Nope. Okay, we want it to be on its, what axis is that? Z axis. Then we also want red mushroom block, but we want the up to be false. And then now that would, oh no, we need that to be a lot more noisy. See, this is the brush right here that I was thinking we would use, the Voronoi edges. I thought we could use this to make some of those, the salt flats. But just go splatter. Randomize the seed. Bring that guy down. Bring this guy up. I think diorite, sand, white concrete powder, and sandstone mostly because 3 of those blocks are like grimy and powdered concrete. Alright, so we need to then come around these bits and just clean this all up for where it would be expurged. I remember these roads being an absolute pain in the butt to make, so. We'll see how much we want to get after these.
Keep it real.
Oh, here.
Hello my man, I hope you fine. Smiling face emoji.
Hey Daniel, thanks so much for the donut, my dude. Hope you're doing well today too. Thank you so very much. Welcome on in. We're working on a bit of a salt flat today and seeing what we can come up with. So it's getting there. I feel like we're kind of getting. I think we're starting to get there. Oh, you know, we're missing part of our road. Currently in an ancient city. Hope everything goes well. Trying to get that silence armor trim. Good luck. Good luck. What do you use to build and shade the cliffs in your misadventures video? I did a lot of it by hand for the shading. The building was the cylinder tool that I mentioned. I picked it up from Germsy Boy. If you go watch one of his recent creative Minecraft streams where he's been working on some new cliffs in his world, he's talked about it quite a few times, and I wasn't the one who came up with it, so I'd rather redirect y'all over to the person who did come up with the idea for it, and then go learn from the original owner, original thinker of idea. Okay. That looks okay with me. I'm all the way down here. We're gonna need to have a few points throughout, but I think I want to go into some sandstone. Actually, I think I'm gonna just mask all this with sand for now. Just whatever yellow concrete is on top. And then we just go into here. Mask the surface. We're just going to make it all sand. I think sand might actually be the best that we can do. And then, ooh, actually, no, never mind. What could we do? What could we do? What could we do? Maybe we go into noise painter again. We have sand as our primary. And we have it at like 70% sand. And we have a little tiny bit of birch plank in here at like 20%. And then 10% we just chuck in some sandstone. And then now we mask it all. At least this for the lower areas. This will give us a little bit more noise to all of it. I think it can make kind of a fun vibe. A little bit mixed up into here, and then the rest will just come around with all of our sand. A little bit more than just having sand, you know? Then now we can just mask the rest of this with our sand. Maybe endstone. I think endstone's a little too yellow. I want it to look wet, which is kind of where the birch planks are coming in. So now we just need to do a Y62. So we need a Y62 and then an ore block sandstone.
Cha-ching!
Block sand. Throw that in here, and then we're gonna take a concrete that is just gonna be something that's a temporary, and then we need to get this all masked in here now. Arcane Gaming, thanks so much for the gift member, my dude. Appreciate that. We'll have to manually come and fix up a few of those, but we can just kind of run through this back in here. This is going to be what we can texture all of our salt flats with.
To catch a fWhip stream. Thanks for the relaxing content.
Hey, Distraught Potato, thanks so much for the 4 months, dude. Appreciate that. Hope class was good. Hope you learned something cool today. Whip grind never ends. Dude, I got so much to do recently. Click the like button if you haven't, my friends. We got 1,300 people in here. We're not even at 700 likes yet. That's Gotlos with the 5 gift members. Thanks so much, my dude. We're gonna find OG Papyrus in the Building with fWhip survival series is where I built OG Papyrus. It was the first project I ever started in that 5+ year survival world that I played in. Prepare for super old cringe videos.
Hey, for real.
Check out the
That's
latest
exactly
tour,
what
you'll
I
see
had
all
in
of it.
mind. Seen the exact thing in southern Spain on the Med. Nice one.
Cha-ching!
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Thank you for the idea, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. I was not too sure where I was going to be going today, and it's been a good one. Look, Aries Centaurus on Mars with the 10 more gift members today. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Just trying to carefully... Careful. Careful. Almost got it. Oh, I am masking those outsides. Okay, we'll have to go check those again, but that's fine. I'm actually not even gonna probably do anything with that. It's okay if they're a little messy. Actually, no, we will clean them up after. That's fine. This is at least getting bulk of the masking work done so that I can easily just pick light blue for our mask after.
Pleased to meet you.
Been a while since I have seen you live stuff.
King Nothing, thank you for the year, my dude. Appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hope everything's calming down for you for a bit then. And no worries at all. Happy to have you when you can make it, and no pressure to show. Would have been easier to magic select and then highlight the color in. Magic select would have copied like above here too, so I just wanted to make sure I'm only masking at this Y level. I guess you could magic select at the Y level too and then do it, but I don't know, we're almost done. There's probably a billion ways to do this more efficiently than what I'm doing, but this works, so, and I know how to do it, so to me, that is the best. Oh, we missed some yellow. No, not the yellow. Like, we can kind of just bring it back here, you know? Drop our radius down. There. Cool. Sure, I can just be a big birch blob. Tide pools, we are working on some salt flats. Can't you see the salt? This is really good blue salt. Okay, so this might be a little time consuming here for right now. But I think before I mask in any of the white blocks to be our salt, one, I want to clean up the entire outside edge. So just doing a quick little glance on here. This I want to like turn into a coastline. I don't want this to just drop going down like it is. Like this looks terrible. So we'll have to figure that out later. Because the idea is basically that the tide's gonna rise and come in and cover all this stuff. So with that, I was thinking we add a few shorter areas along the edge to make it a little bit more believable that the tide could actually get up into here.
Hi, my man Smile, how was your Easter? What are you planning here? I came after 6 hours of digging and building my new Taurus Mountains range where will live my sniffers and wolves. Say hi to Doggos Smile and BTBRRRRRRRRR.
Sorry, thank you so much for the dono. I'm doing good today. I'm doing good. We are working on some salt flats outside of Papyrus currently, just seeing what we can come up with. A random, didn't really know what I wanted to build today, and of course it turned into a brand new massive project that will definitely be built sometime very soon. Sounds like the mountain project's going well though. Good luck. It's like little stuff like this. I think we just need to add a little bit more. How about some locks to let the water through? It's not a bad idea. Wild salt outside the pans could work. That's why the inhabitants of New Papyrus started the cultivating pans. That's true. You always have been a thinker, and I know you've built your own fair share of salt flats, Daskotlos, so you know. You probably know more than I do when it comes to them. This is a first attempt right here. It's like little rocks right along the edge. Yeah, we can do that because we'll probably bring the ocean or the beach out another 4 or 5 blocks because they'll probably not exactly to the edge because they want somewhere for the waves to hit before you get into the salt pools that have been built up and created here for everybody to work, you know? Because this also gives just a little bit more variation to the skyline-ish of all of it, which right now that is very much lacking. For larger salt flats, they would have ways to allow the water to come in. Typically, the smaller ones where it's just filled in, we're just filled in with buckets. Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna need to have some way for something, do something, yeah. So that would mean, I'm assuming, some form of a like gate kind of thing that would open up for water to flow in, and then we have like little sub gates between them so that the water could flow throughout, which could honestly just be the slab layer portion of it. That'll probably be something that we tackle in the future. Today, I just kind of want to get the base colors and things blotted. And then if it's still something that we want to keep looking through, we can come back and start messing around with some of those things. Is it a block too high for the sea to flood it? Well, in Minecrafty terms, yes. But without making it like below sea level, which I don't know, maybe I should have done that. And have like the lock so it could have come down. But my thought in this whole thing is that we're at like mid-tide in the Minecraft world. It just never changes. So usually when I'm building stuff like this, I always just kind of say, oh yeah, when the tide would come in, it would be high enough to be able to flood these blocks. Because Minecraft doesn't really have a tide system, you know? So we gotta work with what we can. So that's why sometimes I'll just put like little slabs and things. Just got here. What are we building? We're trying to work out some salt flats. We'll have to figure out how we're getting people up and down into them later, but for now, I feel like that's looking pretty good. This is definitely a build to like view from the distance. Like this is something that is going to probably look best from like out here or back in here, you know, like it's probably going to feel very busy when you're actually walking through the scenes at like this level. Like when you're walking through here, that's kind of why I wanted to bring us up a few blocks, so it takes us out of it just a touch. Salt fields. Field? Did somebody say field? I love fields. Maybe add dispensers under some of the trapdoors to mimic salt water. Like we could just attach dispensers so at nighttime it all floods. All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back with your friends. And then we'll probably get into painting these to see how it's going to turn out. But BRBs. Okie dokie. Okay. Yep, we're doing it. Okay. Okay. So, I'm kind of thinking we want to make like a few brushes. Put that guy in here. And then we're going to go with a little noise painter brush. And on this one, we're going to have sand. And we're going to have bone block. And we're going to have bone block here. But this one is going to be on its side. And then sand's probably going to be... You know what? This might actually work best with our gradient painter. So let's go with sand, bone, bone on its side, and then maybe a little diorite. But diorite's gonna come down. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go up. That should be good. And the way I'm thinking of this goes is we just kind of... Oh, I'm on the wrong freaking tool here. Gross. Actually... Yeah, I'm... Okay, I did goof that. I'm on the wrong tool. What am I looking for? I don't want noise painter. I want the... Do I just want the regular painter? Gradient. Yeah, I do. Okay. We're doing it again. Sand. Bone. Is there a way to copy these between?
Pleased to meet you.
But sideways.
Like and subscribe.
Doritos. Trouble, thank you for the 8 months, my dude. Sorry, maybe used near the huddle parts of the sand to show it's layered. So I was thinking like we could do like a kind of like bring this out so it looks almost like a little, I don't know, this might be a little too much. That might be a little too harsh. Can I just do like this guy? I think we could actually work on this. Soft edge. Yeah, this is kind of more of what I was thinking. Yeah, okay, I think that works. Okay, so we're gonna say this as preset, create new preset, salt flat 1, salt flat 1. Okay, so we have salt flat 1 in here. And then we're gonna go default, and we're gonna go to gradient, and we're gonna go with, this one is purely gonna be bone, but sideways, pale oak, calcite, and diorite, which I'm gonna bring calcite and diorite down just a touch, and I'm gonna bring that sideways bone and that guy up a bit. Oh, actually, well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna be random seated here, and then we can kind of just have, oh no, that's, I need to, no, that's too much. Thoughts? Serendipity plays, you have a good one, all right? Thanks for hanging. Snow layers don't work. We're in a desert. They will melt. Snow layers are no-go. I think the scatter is nice. Yeah, I think it's kind of a little bit more natural. And then even over these guys, we could... Somebody mentioned using pale oak as kind of like a way to blend it a touch. So we can even toss that on top of some of the bones. Really tone it down. It's hour. It's 3 p.m. for me. Top of the bone is not working. I actually kind of like the top of the bone block. Remember, you're gonna be seeing, like, we see this from the Minecraft foot level. Like, I build from walking around on the ground. Salt flats? Yeah, Jimmy. And that, I think, kind of works. It feels a bit dark. Yeah, it is a little dark. It almost looks a little like maybe less diorite. I think we also just got unlucky on a few like really blobby sections of it. Kind of give it harsh lines going around. Hold up. Come here. Hello, it's a dog. Nova, 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 come here. I hear you howling out there. Come here. Come here, look. Yeah, hello, how are we doing? Are we having fun today? No, we're running. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear Coda. He's just standing out there howling. She just needed to do a little run. Strip pillow sideways instead of... I kind of like the... I really like the bone. I think the yellowy touch to it actually works. I think pale oak is going to be a little too much. Yeah. I really like the bone. I think I really want to make the bone work. I'll be honest. I think the bone is a really good shout. Sugar and sheared item frames make them as salt piles. I'm not going into that fine of detail for something we're going to see from far away. It would not load. Salts flats 2. Salt flats 1. All right, so in here we're doing just along the edges, bringing a little bit of it in. Just a little bit of sand coming in. I think we can send it, y'all. Make a little nice amount of variety to where everything's pasted in. How do you get better at texturing? Start thinking of Minecraft blocks in terms of the color they represent, not the block that they are. Like we're using bone blocks here to represent like a form of salt that's like drying and baking in the sun. It's definitely not a bone block. So you can use websites like HueBlocks to help get you in the right directions. HUEBLOCKS. That's a good way to do it. If you have Axiom, they now have gradient tools inside the inventory that you can use in the latest versions that help a lot with developing this stuff. But thinking about, don't just texture with noise either. Like texturing, I mean this, as I'm very much texturing this with noise. But when you're making a building, texturing with noise is only going to make it look noisy. And that's really not that great. That was kind of like 3 years ago Minecraft build style. Nowadays, if you want to make your builds look really good when you're working on them, you need to start thinking about like where the color would land based off of the shading of what would be happening around it. Like if there's a roof line, make the blocks under the roof line a little bit darker than the stuff that's out from like farther away from the roof line. Or if you have like a lot of like moss growing on your roof, or it's a really rainy area, maybe down like the corner where water would run off the roof, you have more mossy cobblestone in your build to make it look like there's moisture that's getting caught in the stones, and you can do stuff like that and kind of give yourself a little bit more. That's cloud. Okay, I think that works. White wool, in my opinion, is a little too bright. I know we need to tone the diorite down a bit, but... Okay. All flat? All flat. Kind of looks like honeycomb textures. A little bit. Hey, Shrubble, thanks for hanging. You have a good one, right? Are you going to build all this in hardcore without Axiom? Yep, that's how I do it. Can't build with Axiom in hardcore. That's not how it works. That is a creative only tool. Replace the diorite with polished diorite. We're gonna have to get a lot of sand out here to be able to stack these things up if this is all staying sand. Dead coral too dark for a project like this? I think it'd be way too gray. It'd be the nice warm tone that we're looking for, but I think it'd be too gray. I don't know, y'all. I kind of like this. I mean, let's just walk down it. We still need to do the buttons and everything to cover up some of the bone and merge into the sand around and all that, but we need more white blocks. We also need gray wood. Dude, we have so many white blocks in this game now. It's growing on me slowly. Click the like button if you haven't, my friends. I do appreciate it. We got almost 1,500 people in here on YouTube, and we're at 750 likes. I believe we can get up to 1,000. What's he making? We're trying to make some salt flats. Because we can also do this over some of the diorite, and that'll actually help lighten up some of the diorite too. I feel like there's got to be a way that I can Axiom this. I don't think I don't want to do that by hand. I'll have to do it by hand when I get in there. Let's go with... What are we going to start? We're going to go with Y63. That's going to be where we start. We need an and. So we're gonna be Y63, and we are up. Matches the block. We do a. We're Y63 and we're above sand. It's above, right? Let's try this first. Well, actually, I can just do this here. Nope. Below. Okay. Oh, I want not that tool. I want the freehand draw tool. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, that's gonna do everything there. No, I don't. Well, can I do mask block equals air, and then we can get it from here? There we go. Okay, that'll work. Let's go to default, and we are going to go in here, and the block we're going to be placing in is going to be a little gradient that we're going to have. That's going to have some pale oak buttons that are going to be on the floor. Then we're going to have pale oak pressure plates, and then we're also going to have air. And so we're going to be masking below block is going to be that, or it's going to be bone, or it's going to be diorite. And I want to do like mostly air. No, that's way too much. Like barely any of that, barely any of that, like mostly air. Okay, maybe a little bit more button. Random seed. There we go. Soft edge. No. How can I make? I really. Actually, if we merge the strokes and we just send it and we do like, oh, that's gonna be so many. Yeah, that's There we go. I'm trying to think. What's an easy way that we can get it to mask over all of this? I know how to do it in World Edit. I know I do it in World Edit. I just don't know how I would do it here. Noise painter. That's what we want. We want a noise painter. Skeleton. You think I got enough skeleton skulls to cover this place? How rich you think I am? Then this way we don't need the air. We don't need that. So we do like. That actually kind of worked. Actually kind of worked really well. Yeah, I think that actually worked out pretty well. I was one to get skeleton skulls anyways. Either a charged creeper, which I cannot get, seeing as I don't have weather, or you have to get a ancient city. You can find skeleton skulls in there. I got so many skeleton skulls on misadventures though, like that's not even a problem at all. Dude, I got so many skeleton skulls on misadventures. It's looking pretty good. Then we need to get fences, outdoors. This is the next vid, right? No. Next one's the nether tree. Even better. Hopefully y'all like the nether tree. Like the stream for nether tree hype. Yay. Actually, let's change that all back. No. Finished your Lego. Nice. Thinking like little tents, little places for them to get out of the weather, you know. Well, and by weather I mean hot sunshine. It's like a little something like this. We can figure out decorations for them later, but also make a salt bank. They store salt in deep caves to keep it dry. Interesting. I'm thinking we do like 3, like a tent there, a tent here, maybe 1 and 2. That's too far out. Do something like that though. And this guy will do the angle. Yeah, sure, whatever. That works. You should make those tents like archaeological surveying tents with brushes. Well, they wouldn't be doing a survey out here with all of the salt flats and everywhere. This would very much... This probably wouldn't be the fanciest of places to be working. Hey, Feisty Brit, welcome on in. We had a pretty chill Easter. We didn't really celebrate Easter. We ended up going on a dog walk with some family in the morning, which was fun, and just hung out with some friends and just kind of chilled and laid low, and honestly just worked for a little bit, and it was good. Just did leftovers for dinner. Sure. Why not? If it helps, I joined late, immediately knew what you're building. You know what, Annabelle? That is great news. That is lovely news. I like this, though. I think this is actually working out pretty well. We'll do our last tent right here. Make it unique, because why not? Make it different, because we can. Just get rid of that guy, and then we'll just have this all coming through here. Maybe this goes down. Yeah, cool. I could use stairs to smooth it out, but I just don't care enough. That'll work. How will they mine the salt? Kind of go and just pan it and scoop it off and scrape it off of the top. Because it's just, salt is just what's left over after the water evaporates from it. So you kind of just go with like a, I'm sure there's a fancier actual tool for it, but I don't know enough to actually tell you what the tool is beyond you. Just go, you just pick it up. Just like take the vacuum around and then you'll just have salt, you know? You know what, for not really knowing what I wanted to do today, we did end up with a very big project. A shovel. I don't know if you do a shovel, because it depends on how deep the salt would be, right? W Dave, exactly. W Dave. It's cool though. Yeah, it'll be fun. I don't think it'll be next episode for new Papyrus when we get out here, because I want to focus on the city, but it could be one for like just doing environmental details around the entire thing. We could use a little bit. Hey, Heroic Pixels, how we doing? Lovely to have ya. Hope work's going well. I guess we're flattening this area, so I don't need to like worry about putting a lot of dirt and stuff stacked up on this to like keep the sand floating. It'll all just be terrain that's underneath. What blocks of the pathway? Strip birch, birch plank, and the inside of mushroom blocks. That's what we've used on the path around this region so far, so figured we'd keep it up. Minutes left. You can do it. I believe. Probably get some like carts and things throughout here too to make it look like people are out in the area instead of it just being so empty, but it is nice. Maybe you have a bell tower to warn against sea surges. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if they're out that way, they'd be seeing it, but it's like a simple setup. Like maybe they took all of the supplies back in for the day, but they left their tables out. American Mailing, thanks for hanging. You've going all right. Oh, I know what we can use. Wow. I'm like, I need to add something, just like a little bit of noise up here. What can I add in? Grass. Dry grass. was like, what am I gonna do? I was thinking, couldn't think of anything. Just little patches, little patches throughout. Even have a little bit like out here. Yeah. Yeah. Not down there. That would be salt. I'm gonna need to make a way to get a lot of dry grass. That's all I know. Thankfully, you can bone meal it. Do a little. I kind of like it being a lot right in there. Yeah, I think that works. Can we take any of those rocks and bring them in? What about a little oasis or a mirage? That could be good somewhere back in there, but we have a little oasis right there. Now that we have actual cactus flowers, they were like, oh my gosh, fWhip made custom little succulents and cactus flowers. Now we need that in Minecraft. And I'm like, you're right. We've always needed that in Minecraft. We like rock. Maybe no rock. No rock. Ooh, yeah, some bigger pots. Well, those... Well, problem with pot. Problem with big pot. I like big pot. But big pot disappear. And if we're thinking of this as something that is captured best viewed from distance, we need to be thinking about things that can be viewed from distance. Maybe we just barrel. Maybe they're just using barrels to store. Like, I'm all for it. Like, maybe that's how it gets redistributed throughout the world. We have our little carts that have pots on them. But out here at this point, because we need to be worrying about how it's all getting harvested, maybe they use like large barrels or like a sack or something, and then they bring it back into here, and then it's done in the salts works, and then it's put into pots and sent off. Terracotta block with flower pot. I mean, we could do that, yeah. Barrels might be for water. Yeah, barrels also for water, so that the people aren't dying of thirst out here, because they're a little far away from civilization. This isn't too short of a... This isn't too quick of a walk. I'm not going to put any light sources out here. I don't think we need them. No. I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of digging this. I obviously still need to figure out how like all this stuff would smooth out, but that could be a later me problem. Hee. Who needs water? SpongeBob. Staying dehydrated? Nah, drink water. Do salt flats occur between oceans like this? In this world, they can. There's no sense of actuality of how if this is realistic or not. Absolutely no sense of that. So yeah, I don't know if this would actually occur or not. I do remember seeing an old film of a peninsula that was all covered in salt flats. So It needs water when you have dry grass. Well, if it's dry grass, then it still was once alive, which means water was once there. So we're set. Water. Essence of water. Maybe a pickle farm nearby to use the salt. We already have a pickle farm here. Wait, what? The secrets of the oasis. You know how every oasis in fantasy has something secret hidden underneath it? Bro, what more could you need underneath an oasis than a pickle farm? Look at how many pickles I got. I got pickles on pickles. Yeah, we're good. We're good on pickles. When is world download coming? When we hit 10,000 days. I'm almost at 9,700. Pickle flip. No, the bars. No, it's cool. It's cool. Somebody, I know y'all are saying that we should build some sort of like a little gate thingy. So how you doing, Bars? Welcome on in. Good to see ya. I don't know. Let's just do like something like right here-ish. It's like a little, I mean, I know this is pretty basic, but we could just have something like this where they could just come over and then they just flip them open. I don't know. What if I have some water? Can't help you. Okay, it's pretty basic. Have the centers lower so when there's water in them, not
Pleased to
all of
meet
the
you.
salt is covered.
Yo, just tuned in.
Kind of like it being
What
flat,
are you
flat.
working
I don't know.
on? Also like the stream chat.
Asher, thank you for the 3 months, my dude. We're trying to design some salt flats. Exposed blue concrete spotted. Yeah. So nothing. Ah! How did I miss so many? What if some salt flats were filled with water? I don't know. Meh. Sorry, that's my educated answer. That's the best you're gonna get. So we can make, yeah, we can try and make a few little contraptions in here. Might be fun to have a shipwreck just off the coast and some barrels. Yeah. Some flats with water residue. It would be nice if we could have some form of water in here. Do I want to make like a gate so that all of them can be filled? Or do I just want to like dot I feel like I want to just dot a few gates around and just let the imagination do the rest. Because I'm lazy. And it's fine. It's okay. Are all your mods updated to 121.5? Most of them. I'm still waiting on continuity. And there's a few that I've... Ooh. Actually, I kind of like a little bit of salt on the outside. A little El Natural. There's a few that I'm still waiting on that haven't been updated yet. I have heard continuity is potentially going to be updated by the end of the month, but I'm not too sure. I'm also trimming down my mod list because I've had all those issues that I mentioned. So far, it hasn't happened in here and stream today, which is really good. And that's after I removed, we've been going for 2.5 hours without logging out of this world. And most of the issue that I get comes from me like changing dimensions or like loading a lot of chunks. It's where that memory leak issue I've been having comes from. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it for now as it all goes. Yes, I like that. That works. That's enough. So we're just going to keep watching that. And I'm trying to trim my mod list down only to like what I actually need to make the game run. Yeah, I like this. I think we did a good job. Stream of waterlogged stairs. Yeah, I'm lazy. I feel like that works. Because like down here, you can barely tell it's there. It gives you used to that part of the land that I didn't really have before. You can kind of tell some sort of industries there from having the little tents around. And then you get closer and you're like, oh, whoa. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. I think that's a cool way to do it. Like up here, no matter what we do from this height, it's going to stand out like heck. Like there's nothing we can do to make that look better from this height. And I don't really care about what things look like from the air. I prefer to build off of ground view level. Better Clouds mod is the same mod that makes those wispy, misty clouds I've seen in some videos. Yeah. I have it turned off for now. Just I'm testing different mods to see what could be that memory leak. It is a little Italy shaped, true. Yeah, we've got all of that to build now. We got bam, and that whole block, that big bazaar's done. Those 5 buildings over there still need to be sketched out. We've added this little bit over here with a new dock area, which is pretty sick. Papyrus is about to get some upgrades, dude. That looks pretty sick on the map, too. End of the road is a little phallic. Looks like a fishtail. What are you on about? I can't help you if any slightly rounded end of a shape looks phallic to you. That's a personal thing, not a thing I can help out with. That's y'all's brains being corrupt, not mine. So much plan when there was no plan to start with. Usually those are my best creative stream days. If I come into a zero plan on what I want to accomplish, usually that's when we get the most stuff done. Definitely growing on me. I thought it was a bit phallic too, but I wasn't saying anything. It's fine. Hey, look, spoilers. No, we're not at 1,000 likes yet. We can't go. What would Sausage say? I don't want to know. No matter what, Sausage would say this looks phallic. Let's be honest here. He would say that looks phallic. No. How Sausage still can say he's a family-friendly content creator, I don't know. Love him. He's great, but I don't know how that man can say he's a family-friendly content creator anymore. I really want to get this sorted out, but I just like don't know what I want to do in it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings left. I have that one designed. I actually designed it when I did the rest of these, but I never built it. I've come back through in the actual world and done some changes throughout here. So I think I'm trying. I think that obviously is not going to get done, but I'm trying to get caught up to the point where I can just copy the actual hardcore world and create it into a new creative world, so I can just have everything updated. But maybe I just need to do like chunks at a time and bring them into here. But like we got to get this thing sorted soon. I want to figure out what we're doing back here. I've kind of decided I want to redo this mountain. I think I need to like, which is unfortunate because it needs to be torn down to like here and moved over like 10 blocks and then go up and then still keep the bowl in here. I think that would be really cool. Also want to really wanted to redo this mountain forever. We haven't done any. Maybe this is for like a post 10,000 days project. We finally redo the place around our starter base. Not the house. The house is that house will never change. I will never change this house. Or I don't want to rebuild any of these structures. But all these custom trees around here and all this, like that needs to be fixed up. The mountain back here needs some love. Like that could be kind of a fun project. This tree could get torn down. That tree could get torn down and redone. Those trees I hate. I really hate them. I want them gone. It's like I want to do that, but I mean I want to work on everything in this world. I really want to get this area extended. We have so much more done in the hardcore world than we have in this. So I want to actually get to that soon. Keep working on it. This is the starter house in the inner city. Lag. My starter base is this. Like this is where the whole series started. That was episode 1, and then the city of Path is all that's out over here now. Hello. It says I have 11 gigs of RAM being used right now. I only have 8 gigs allocated currently. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Does it crash if I log out? No, it actually worked. Oh wow. Wow. I made a new backup just as I was monkeying around with things. I didn't want the actual hardcore world to get ruined. Be ruined! I really, like, this is a village that we need to redo soon. I gotta check, you know, it's... How long has it been since I've done a village remake? Because, you know, we might be due. We might be due for our quarterly village remake. Oh, there's a news Barse video as of 6 hours ago. Would you look at that? He built a boat. Okay, when was our last village? No, we're only a month in. I can't do another village yet. I'm only a month from my last village. But when was my last village before that? That's a town. That's not a village. That's a town. It's different. Yeah, 6 months. See, we're good. We did 5 months, almost 6 months between that. So now, if we do another month, and then that'll be time for another village remake of my quarterly village remakes. So, yeah, has it been 7 months since we were last in Papyrus? 7 months? How do you do that when you load up your creative copy without opening it to land, enable an axiom and everything? If you enable it to land once and then do /enable axiom cheats, then it will permanently make it cheats enabled. Dude, it's been 7 months since... Dude, it's been 8 months since the Tough Castle? Jeez. 10 months since the entry was there. Oh, 10 months since the dogs. See, and then it was another 3 months before where we did the cartographer village. So, yeah, we're about every 3 months we do a village. It's on par. It's very much on par. Dang, dude, that island episode is almost 670,000 views on it. Whew. Maybe I do need to keep that series going. Misadventures episode 1 is kind of getting up there. Yeah. I've been like so hyped for Misadventures, but then every time I release videos there, and I think it's just new, so it needs to grow and develop its audience. But I'm just like, okay, there's the hardcore. It's the one hardcore video. It's like all of these. Barely. It's been 84 years. I know. Hardcore is definitely the main series on the channel. That's for sure, which is cool. I always do appreciate single player being my main series. Where are we? Oh, that's right. There's my little farm. I always want to be a single player first Minecraft channel, as I think it's just healthier long term for a channel to be focused around single player stuff. Playing on SMPs and all that is fantastic, but I do think it's smarter as a content creator to have your content primarily focused around solely what you are doing, not relying on you doing things with somebody else. So I really, really like being able to just have all the single player stuff as my primary things. But I do love the SMPs. Sad Boy Mars, by the way, thank you so much for the Prime. Sorry I missed that one. Your brand, exactly. Yeah. You know what, my friends? I think that's where we're gonna wrap it today. We've been going for almost 2 hours 45 minutes, so I do appreciate it. We never hit 1,000 likes though, so no big spoiler for y'all. Sorry, you got 1,600 people in here, and we're only at 850 likes. So you know, I mean, that's. I missed it. It's okay. Maybe next time we'll get 1,000 like spoiler in, but that's cool. No spoiler today. Thank you so very much for being here, my friends. I'm gonna find a raid for the friends over on Twitch. We need spoilers. No, you didn't hit 1,000 likes. There's rules. There's rules. Oh wow. There's a repo gang going around with some misadventures people. That could be spooky. Who's playing Minecraft? Who's playing Minecraft? Wait for the likes to hit 1,000. Nah, I mean, time's up. I mean, y'all can like the stream. I love it anyways. All right, we're gonna go raid Skiz. Why not? He's cool. We like Skiz. My friends, thank you so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing. With that, my friends, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.